To make our imitation gold leaf, we're going to use tissue paper and some gold paint. The one I have here is a brand Golden, and it's an iridescent gold. It's a really nice high quality paint. I only have a little bit in the bottom of this cup and some that's on the lid. I will use every little morsel that I can to cover this paper. I will work fast and only use a couple of drops of water to help spread it out when I'm running a little bit short on paint. So I'm going to start by using what's in the lid. I will put paint in the center and pull it to the outside. It doesn't really matter which brush I use as long as it's an all-purpose brush that has enough strength to pull the paint around quickly, but not so rough that it'll rip the tissue paper. So I'm not sure if there's a weak spot on my paper or if I used a drop of water that damaged it, but you can see I got a little hole in my tissue paper, but I'm just being careful as I continue on. Try not to get too much paint on your background paper just because we have such a little bit of this precious paint. We want to try to get all of it onto the tissue paper if we can. So when I went for water, I just barely touched the bristles into the water, just the tip of the bristles, a tiny little bit. I didn't even let it sit there that long. I didn't want it to absorb much water at all, but it was just the tiniest little bits of water to spread the gold paint into any gaps where I felt like the tissue paper wasn't getting covered. And I used every little bit of paint from the cup and the lid, everything I could get out of there goes onto that tissue paper.